Hello, you lovely Mario Maker person. My name is Ceave and welcome back. A while ago I asked you to send me some levels that you thought feature cool tricks or ideas, and wow, you guys delivered. Actually, you sent me so many incredibly good levels that I decided to do this in 2 parts. So today we are going to take a look on your tips, tricks and ideas. You ready? Let's do this! Our first idea features a new form of autoscrolling. While standard autoscrolling is a built-in function in Mario Maker, this version of it is way cooler and way more dangerous. Our plumber needs to survive in between these enormous muncher towers if he wants to reach his flagpole. The next level does not only feature one great idea but several. First, we have this dangerous fire bar trap, then we have this really cool vine behind the door glitch, then great use of a Monty immobilizer, and the level ends in an awesome flying cage. I highly recommend you to check the level out, or even better, check all the levels out, each one is so amazing. Just look at this one. Here Mario needs to find a way to reach the goal together with Yoshi. Our very best friends have to split up in the present in order to meet again in the future. And while they do so, they have to solve puzzles alone, but yet together. Here we have a boss battle. The P-switch gets loaded once we enter the room and then we make our way towards the final boss of the stage. I really love the atmosphere in this room, everything is so great. There is a huge audience watching you fight, the arena looks like a boxing ring, and while I'm usually not a huge fan of these sound effects, for some reason I love them here. So if you want to leave this fight, you have to wait for the P-switch, and while you're waiting you can kill Baby Bowser, because why not? And while we are talking about killing Baby Bowser, here is another method. This one is a little bit less straightforward, but way more sophisticated. Koopas are dropping from the ceiling, and while Mario can't reach Bowser's son to jump on his head, he can use the Koopa shells to throw them towards him. Once our plumber finished the job, a key will appear and he is able to proceed. So before we head to our next idea, I need to say something. I have been playing a lot of 100 Mario Maker Challenge lately, and the average quality of levels there is, pretty average. But then I started making this little video and oh my god, where are your levels when I play a 100 Mario Maker Challenge? Seriously, I was the first person to give a star to a lot of your submitted levels, and I don't understand it. We really need to do something about this. But first, let's take a look at the next level. This level makes clever use of the 3 different mushrooms in the SMB style. Mario needs to solve this puzzle, and while he proceeds, more mushroom consuming options become available. This level is a huge epic boss battle. Mario needs to run away while Bowser on rails is chasing him. So while our plumber needs to perform his basic jump and run tasks, he has to avoid getting crushed by the Koopa King or burned by the magma balls as well. And while we are talking about magma balls, in this level it is raining fireballs. There are 3 Bowsers in clouds out of sight shooting towards Mario for extra spicy jump and run action. The next level is one of my all-time favorites. It's all about the Goomba Shoe, and there are so many incredibly awesome tricks in this level that the level alone provides enough content for a whole tips, tricks and ideas video. I'll just show you some of the highlights and highly recommend you to check it out. So, you have to kill unreachable thwomps in order to trigger a small magical P-switch device. You have to destroy bullet blaster bills in the most fabulous way you can imagine. You have to kill munchers in a way I've never seen before. By the way, munchers officially won the Mushroom Kingdom election! Hooray! And you have to perform a lot of other great Goomba Shoe tricks. But enough of the Goomba Shoe. Let's take a look on this idea. If you ever missed the burning sun from the older Mario games, here is a pretty good substitution for it in Mario Maker. All you need to do is to put a winged Goomba in a cloud and you are ready to go. If you want to make it impossible for Mario to steal the cloud, you can also use a Spiny instead of a Goomba. Here we have a one-screen puzzle that uses a lot of neat little mechanics. I really love the way the bullet blaster in the top left corner is blocked until you throw a shell towards it, and the way the one-way doors in the center are positioned. And while we are talking about one-screen puzzles, here is another one with several cool small mechanics. There is a door that can only be entered if Mario stands on a power block. There are bullet blasters that only shoot while a P-switch is activated. And there are doors that lead our plumber on top of donut blocks so that he has to react quickly after leaving them. This one is a small one-screen survival challenge. All our small Italian friend has to do here is to avoid getting burned or crushed in this fun trap while he waits for the P-switch to appear. This stage features a moving floor. Waluigi has to make his way through while enemies are trying to reach him and parts of the moving floor break. By the way, there is something that amazed me while I made this little video. This level, for example, was made in America, and now you are maybe sitting in Australia watching this video that was recorded in Austria. That's cool, isn't it? Here we have a level that is all about speed. You're running against a pretty tough timer, and while you do so, you have to kill piranha plants with your fireballs. What's cool about this stage is that there are some piranhas that you can't reach, but you can throw fire flower fire power-ups towards them, and you have to because they contain keys. So Mario ends up chasing his own fireballs, trying to collect enough keys to finish. The stage is pretty hard and I was smiling once I reached the end, had more than 4 keys and was able to unlock all the doors. And then I realized that you need 8 keys. This stage is a huge maze. Every time you go through a pipe, you will find yourself in a room that is similar to the one you just left. Our small Italian friend has to make heavy use of his short-term memory in order to not get lost here. Here we have another really cool and creative stage. In this level, Mario has to climb to the top of a huge airship. Each layer contains a new, pretty cool concept or mechanic, and for some reason I really had the impression of climbing upwards while playing it. So here we have a small pop-up minigame that starts with a wiggler trigger. Here we have a really interesting platforming part. And in the end, we have a really epic boss battle. This level features a really interesting idea as well. Every time our small plumber goes through a pipe, the whole room is turned upside down. Once our plumber understood this neat little mechanic, he has to make clever use of the room turning pipes in order to proceed. And while we are talking about room-turning pipes, this level features a similar idea, but this time the room is not turned upside down, but rotated by 90 degrees. I can't imagine how much time it took to create this stage. So here we have a high-score arcade stage. There are comments at the beginning of the stage explaining to you that there are 100 coins in the next area and challenging you to collect as many as possible. I was able to collect 92 coins on my playthrough, and I challenge every single one of you to beat this score. this stage is all about exploration. If you want to beat the level, you have to find the keys that are hidden in this enormous cave system. This stage is entirely non-linear. You can go into a lot of different directions, and at the end of each path is a red coin or a key. I really fell in love with this idea, exploring a stage in Super Mario Maker as if it was a Super Mario 64 stage was amazing. So before we head to my favorite idea, let's quickly talk about 100 Mario Challenge again. It's really sad to say this, but the average levels there are really bad. However, there are amazing levels out there. Your levels prove this. But what I saw is that a lot of you aren't getting nearly as many stars as they deserve, and that's horrible. So let's try to fix this. I'll start a small mini-series where I'll talk about some level design basics, common mistakes and how to get stars over the next couple of weeks, and I'll try to come up with some ideas how your levels can get the recognition they truly deserve. For a start, I want to invite you to leave us a level you made and thought that was really cool in the comments. And I want to ask you to check out some of the levels other people left us here as well. And maybe, if you really like the level, tell the creator. But don't tell them in English if it's not your mother tongue. Tell them in your mother tongue. I believe this could be a lot of fun, and I'll play some of your levels as well and tell you how I like them. In German. There's a link to Google Translate in the description if needed. So let's head on to my favorite idea. This level is brilliant. It allows you to build your very own robot in Super Mario Maker. First, you have to choose which arms your robot should have. Afterwards, you choose his head, and then you choose his body and legs. Once you're done, you'll get trapped in this loading screen while your robot is building. But once it's finished, voila, your very own unique robot.
I highly recommend you to check all these amazing levels out.
And that's it for today and for the first part of your tips, tricks and ideas. The second part will be one of the next videos. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave me a thumbs up, and maybe you want to feel like a part of a community today and hit the subscribe button as well. I hope you have a wonderful day and to see you soon with even more tips, tricks and ideas in Super Mario Maker. Goodbye!